Anyway, our next presenter, actually there's been some tweetage, is that a word, tweetage, about this next presenter, so I'm intrigued as to what she's going to do. So I'm going to hand you over to Peg Alexander. Thank you.
Yep, I'm ready. Be very afraid, because over the next 5 minutes, I am going to talk about the scariest thing that there is in the world, or as far as I'm concerned, the scariest thing that makes my skin crawl. It's not a ghost. It's even scarier than a ghost, and ghosts are pretty scary. It's not even the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which many of you remember was the scariest thing there ever was. It's not even a big, fat, hairy spider or a cobra that's about to jump up at you, or even that horrible dog that's coming up to you and it only goes, "Don't worry, love, it's only playing." It's got its jaws round you. Oh no, scarier than that, it is the cupcake. Because they bring me out in a cold sweat. Everywhere I turn, there are bloody cupcakes. You can't escape them. There are pink ones, and there are chocolate ones. There's even sparkly ones. When I go to my local supermarket, I haven't even got to the fruit and veg before they've already put cakes out to tempt me. A few months ago, I went to the TEDx conference in York. We were there to talk about technology, entertainment, and design. And they had branded cupcakes. Oh my God, the afternoon break, they had cupcakes. Well, there was only one inevitability. And the biggest challenge that was on was making sure I got to the front of the queue to make sure I would get one of those cupcakes. Because I think, like many people, I don't have an off switch. Now, if you've got one, you won't understand this, but if you haven't got one, you will. When it comes to that lovely, sugary, creamy, fatty food, my body just doesn't know when to say no. And that's why I'm vulnerable to men like him. He is evil. He's in every workplace in the country when there's something to celebrate. He's there pushing cake. Oh yes, he's there, you can't escape. You see, to me, it's worse than crack. In fact, I'd rather it was that. You wouldn't get someone saying, "It's my birthday today, so I thought I'd take a few syringes and a candle, you know, and we could just sort of shoot up at lunchtime." Oh no. And it's like, that's how it makes me feel. It's just so big, it surrounds me. I am so vulnerable, and I cannot think of anything else. When even something that's got jelly tots on the top as well, that makes it worse. When there is cake, I am doomed. But getting serious, I think we are actually all doomed. I think this obsession with cake has gone too far. Now, I went to my local supermarket the other day, and for £2.50, I could buy some strawberries, or for the same price, I could have 25 strawberry donuts, or I could have 18 strawberry tarts. And the truth of the matter is that food is completely messed up. We get to those supermarkets and we are so fast pushing our trolleys round because we work too long, we commute too long, we don't have enough time at home, that we just stick any old shit in the basket. We eat foods that we can't even pronounce some of the ingredients. You know, look at that. You can't even pronounce it, let alone understand what rubbish we are putting in our bodies every single day. Now, this man, health warning, this man could do something about it, but he would have to care about our health, frankly, before the needs of big business and his friends and the people who produce this sort of shit, because we are heading for an epidemic, okay? In less than 20 years' time, more than 50% of us will be obese, and it is the biggest health crisis we have. And I feel so strongly, because this isn't theoretical for me, it's not academic, because that was me only a few years ago, before I went on a diet and I lost nearly 8 stone. And I've kept the weight off since by thinking about everything I eat. And that's why it's so hard when you put cupcakes in front of me. So the next time you will feel like you've got a dose of the Mrs. Doyle's and you go on, you will. Just have a think about people like me and have a think about our health. And just remember that there are alternatives. There are other things you can do. We don't have to have cake. You can have as much satisfaction from a banana. Thank you.
Peg Alexander, thank you very much. Big respect. That's cupcakes. It's the new rock and roll. It has to be said. But